Hey all, today I'm in Belgium and met Jonas and Lore. They have converted the coach into home on wheels.
Let me show inside the bus. A lot of room for our jackets and also some space to put all our shoes. Then we have the driving seat, all comfortable. Nothing really changed over here, but everything changed when we moved towards the back. Over here we are in main dining area. As you can see, there's space for 8 people. Since we wanted to have more light in and also more circulation, like air circulation, we put it in like a window to have the light coming in. Our kitchen, I think it's the biggest kitchen I ever owned in my life. It's quite huge, but it's really nice if you have to cook for about 9 people. We love cooking, so we have a lot of space and storage to keep our stuff. We have a lot of pots and pans, more than in a usual small van. And then yeah, a lot of storage for food, which is really nice, and then also overhead storage. The thing I like most are 2 bins that slide out. It's so comfortable, especially if you have been living on the road in a small van. It's always a point of frustration if you don't have enough room for your bins. We have the batteries for our bus, so 2 lithium batteries that goes with the solar panels. And yeah, it's with these batteries in summer we can be off-grid all the time. We actually never need to charge.
And this is a control panel for everything?
Yeah, so this is a control panel. We have just the full electrical system that you can see here, so we see how much sun comes in here as well. Storage, plants, which we love.
How you came up with the idea to build a bus?
We in Belgium we have a program where there's a guy driving around with a known person, and it's called the Columbus. He gave us the idea to, because we were already doing van life for many years, we really wanted to take people with us on the road. So we were like, okay, we just buy a bigger bus and we convert it into this, and we can have people while traveling, which is really nice and lovely. And I think one of the most beautiful things to do is to show people this kind of lifestyle.
And how much was the project?
We spent 10,000 on the bus itself, and I think we will have spent 70 to 80,000 on all the rest. Mm-hmm. I think the most expensive thing of all is the electrical system. I think that one is already 10,000 euros.
And you have a proper stove and oven?
Oh yeah, this is really the heart of the kitchen. Yeah, it's a proper full propane stove. Yeah, it runs on LPG now. But it's what you need if you have big groups, and I can put so much stuff inside the oven, and also to cook. There's no better way to cook than on gas, especially if it's a full gas oven. We have a tiny mini wood stove. It's one from Canada. We really love it because it creates immediate cozy atmosphere. We didn't make the right decision to put it as high as this. That's why we installed a gas heating system as well, because the warm air just stays over here. But it's a nice extra to create some extra warmth. And it's just cute.
Yeah. So you ordered it all the way from Canada?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And below is a fridge.
Yes, so this is a fridge. It's just a Dometic fridge. It's only runs on 12 volts, so not on gas. And yeah, it's small, but we usually get everything in that needs to be in while we are driving. We usually it's in the north in summer, so it's only the essentials that go into the fridge. Over here we have a second entry. This is usually the guest entry. Lots of storage for shoes. Also to hang jackets, and then we also have lots of storage in here. Now we are living in it ourselves, so it's full with stuff from us, but usually we empty it for the guests. Random stuff. Yeah. Always making a mess inside the drawers. And then also on top, all our like scarves and hats and these kind of things.
And where did you travel last year? To which countries?
Last summer we were in Norway for 3 months, and then this winter we were in France in the Alps to ski for a month. And this summer we will go to Iceland with this entire bus, which is really exciting.
And behind this door?
Behind this door
is self-built lock.
Yeah, this is our bathroom. It's actually like a full bathroom as you would find it in at your home. The most exciting thing in the bathroom is our burning toilet.
Yeah.
So it's a Cinderella toilet. We were thinking about what's the solution to have 9 people in a bus going on a toilet and not having the smell of the toilet. So we came across the Cinderella toilet. It's from Norway, very northern Norway. And it's a bit different. It's dry. You just put your thing in a little bag. It goes inside the toilet, of course. So I will show you. It goes inside the toilet. You do your thing inside of it, and then if you're done, you just press the button as a normal toilet. But yeah, the advantage is you never smell it, and the only thing that stays over are a little bit of ashes. Yeah, I think it's the best investment with it. It costs a little bit more than just a normal compost toilet, but if you're 9 in one bus, this is what you need.
It needs electricity to start, and then it burns on gas.
Yeah, so it needs electricity to start, and then it burns on gas, and it usually takes about half an hour, more or less.
So that means when someone went to the toilet, half an hour, everyone has to wait?
No, you can go after each other and...
Okay.
Yeah.
It just keeps burning?
Yeah, it keeps burning.
And it won't burn you?
No.
Okay. Nice.
Like if someone was before you, the nice thing is that the entire toilet is like nice and cozy warm.
Yeah.
Which is cool. This is our sleeping room. We have 5 single beds over here. It's just a normal bed, 2 meters, 80 centimeters. And the nice thing about this is that everything is, you can all close it with a curtain. So you have like basic privacy while you are sleeping. And it really feels like your tiny cocoon. People always love it. They don't feel like they are sleeping with 5 in one room because they have their little space where they're... This is really a private space for the people.
And the window that provides a lot of light.
Yeah, the window provides a lot of light. And of course, if you're traveling with 9, you need storage everywhere. So we always also have storage underneath the beds. And then we have also storage inside the beds. And then behind me, this is the master bedroom. This is where we usually sleep. It's a double bed. And then a lot of storage underneath the bed as well. And also for all our clothes, we live full time in it. So we like to have a normal bed, of course, when we are traveling and showing people around.
And how do you get in? It's just jump?
Yeah, there are like 2 things up here. And it's nice and cozy in here. We still have a lot of space on the sides because underneath the bed we still have lots and lots of storage. So we need to be able to grab it.
And what is the total length of the bus?
Total length is 12 meters. In Europe, that's the maximum length you can have for a camper. So we went for the max we could have. Yeah.
So it's like almost 30 square meter.
Yeah, 30 square meter.
Tiny house on wheels.
Tiny house on wheels.
That drives 100 kilometers per hour.
Yeah. crazy.
That's it. Right, thanks for watching. If you want to know a bit more about what the guys doing, where they're going, or want to join them on the trip, I will leave their social media links in the description below. And let us know what do you think about this concept. Would you like to travel like this? Thanks for watching and see you the next one. Cheers!
So you can sleep on the roof as well.
So it's like a queen size bed tent.
Yeah, it's a 2-person box.
What is the consumption?
It's around on the highway. It's around 20. City is around 30. Yeah.
It's not so bad.
No, it's not so bad. It's 12 ton right now. So we are traveling light, more or less, for a bus.
Yeah.